let me actually talk about something too. So like, if you go to like my video and like read the comments, you'll see a lot of people. But I wanted to talk about how the internet works too, because a lot of you guys freaking get confused about this too. So you guys have to know who you are at the same time to deal with things well on the internet. So first, troll. So thank you, Paul Hockey. The rules are not even that strict. A fake. You can even take photos on Hachimi Koji because it's a public road. Yeah, that too. The thing about it is like those rules are not even that strict. Like I actually made sure about everything. It's freaking so like mild. So if you read the comments, you'll see trolls. You have to know that trolls exist 100%. Let me just show you guys a great example of like a who trolling. Who's a troll? Like you have to know. Like when you read comments, you have to know. Okay, and let me show you like one great example so you can learn like as to who is trolling and what's happening. So there's this person saying, I mean, some your fault too, guys. Japan is nice, but hentai and other stuff is yay. What can I say? Weird. So I mean, this person is 100% trolling. It's 100%. This person's 100% trolling, and they are just out there freaking trolling and talking about hentai. Because dude, this guy even said, "Cute place, many people, girls, manga." Dude, this is 100% a troll, and you have to know like when somebody's a troll. So when you read the comments, you have to know who is trolling and who is serious. And this dude, by far 100% is trolling. And then next species, I don't know, but I'll say this. So you have to know about these species too. I don't know, but I will say this. Basically, like I don't know what's happening, but Japan does this. So yeah, that. And let me show you a great example of like what I'm talking about. So this person basically, I think he is either this too. He could be this. But I actually checked his channel activity on my channel. He left 4 comments that are kind of like the same, so he could be this, honestly. But who knows? So many tourists not following the rules and being nuisance are Japanese. I'm not gonna say anything because, like, again, as I just said, we are not here to blame anything on like nationalities or what. Like we don't care about that part. Like we can learn from like this and we can know what not to do. Like that's the whole thing about like, you know, everything, right? So again, the point is here. We are not going to blame something on Johnny Somali or like this people, that people. That's not the point, right? Because that's not gonna bring us anywhere. We have to learn from like what's happening, and then we can figure out what not to do, what to do, right? But yeah, so you asked the guy in the video, his sources to simply read Japanese media reporting the incidents. So then you can kind of figure out he is this. I don't know, but I will say this. So that's definitely this, 100%. And thank you, Metzaroid. Hi, Sora. Hope you're having a swag there. Also, nice jacket. So you have to know. There are these species too, right? I don't know, but I will say this. So you have to know there are trolls, and I don't know, but I will say this. Then you can figure out some things like that happen on the internet. And then the third species, I take everything seriously. So this is what I see a lot on the internet actually. And you can have to know there are people like this on the internet. Or like even this, right? I don't know, but I will say this, and trolls. And so great example, let me show you. So there's like this one person who was freaking talking about hentai, saying like, Japan is a country of hentai, which is the obvious sign of this, right? So this person's out there talking about hentai because, yeah, trolling. And then I take everything seriously is basically the person who takes everything seriously like out there here, basically. So this person is the species 1 troll, right? He's a troll. And then there's this thing called boundaries. If you can't tell the difference between reality and a fiction anymore, that's a you problem. So it's basically this. I take everything seriously. So then there's a beef that happens between species 3 versus like the species 1. It's a troll versus this. So like it's a freaking never ending like a fight of like nothingness. So you know what I mean, right? That's basically the internet, freaking in 10 seconds. Like that. If you ever get curious why like Twitter is freaking insane and whatever, this is basically like what's happening. And then species 4, spies. Spies. You can see a lot of like spies out there too. They are something like, so I don't know if how much I can talk about this, but I kind of talked to some people from like some certain country where they work for this one organization where they leave hate comments towards some certain countries to degrade their countries. Like that's a thing. That's a thing. I'm not gonna say like what country they are from or anything, but that's a thing. That's actually a thing. And Dante Rage, you're a troll, but you need to up your game. You make bridge troll quality stuff, no offense, but you need to become a mountain troll. Thank you so much for the donation. I'll think about it too. Yeah, it is actually a thing. It is actually a thing. If you didn't know, that's a thing. I'm not gonna say anything. But it's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know if I can find any of like the cases here, but so. This person might be either this or this. It's like one of those two. Him saying like, Sora, he could be just freaking, blaming foreigners, which is not really what was happening. So he could be this, spies, or he could be a spy or this, but, because I just penned him and I said a question mark and he didn't show up. So his point is not really there to actually validate like what I was doing or anything. His point was just there to do this or this. But you get what I mean, right? Because I showed up and he didn't show up anymore. He freaking just disappeared. So, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure if he is this or this. So I replied to him saying question mark, and he freaking disappeared, right? But anyways, and species 5. I see. And these people are pure. They're like freaking puppies. They just see things and go like, I see. I didn't know. I'll be careful. But maybe I can go to Tokyo anymore. What do I do? Oh my gosh, bro. I think they are cute. And they are usually so innocent. And they are trying to learn things from the internet. So like they see things and they just go like, oh my gosh. That's how it is? I see. Wow. I should be careful. Like, if I go to Kyoto, would people hate me because I'm a foreigner too? I see. So, species 5. I don't really think there's like anything wrong with like being the species 5, honestly, but I just wanted to point out there are, And Paul Hockey, I used to work in digital security, and fake trolls employed by rogue governments is a massive issue in 2024. Yeah, it's a thing, by the way, everybody. It's a thing, everybody. Like, this is a real thing. This is a real thing. This is seriously a real thing. It is. I'm not gonna say which country they are usually from or anything, but this is a freaking real thing. You can actually read some articles and whatever too, but I know one person who works for the organization 100%. He told me straight up, like, he was like, oh, by the way, this is what I do, and like, this is the proof. And I'm like, wow, so it's really a thing. And I went like, oof. There's a real spy? You thought it was a thing like in the movies only? And then here, species 6. I'm here to rage. Like, I'm here to rage. Japanese people are xenophobic. Yo, like, oh my gosh. Like, Japanese people decided to ban, like, this one specific street. Like, what's the picture? This one specific street. My gosh, bro. I'm gonna rage. Like, please. Xenophobic, yo. Japanese people are racist. And the thing about it is, like, I'm here to rage, right? So they are usually there to rage on the internet, right? So they usually kind of do this one thing where they talk about whatever stuff. And so the problem is, let me just find a great example. So I think a great example is like this person. He might be either this or this or this, right? There are like so many, like, I don't know, like nobody knows who he really is. But at the same time, when he actually faces the real like person, like in the comment section, they usually deep out, right? That's the pattern like I've been gonna seeing. So but all right, let me just do the review of like what basically the internet is like. 1, trolls. 2, I don't know, but I'll say this. 3, I take everything seriously. You trolling? Wait, you think being a troll is a good thing? Like, oh my gosh. And thank you, Dante Rage. I'm here to rage too. It's in my name, but they don't know why yet. Thank you so much. And Spy. You know what? Japan did this. And you know what? Like that. And then number 5. Oh, I see. So maybe it's dangerous to do that there. I'm here to rage. And this is basically the whole summary of what the internet is like. And let me tell you one thing. Whatever stuff you see on the internet, you cannot just try to get information from like comments or like random articles. You cannot even try to learn it from me either, by the way. I have to make sure. You shouldn't really learn it from me. You shouldn't even learn it from the comment section. Trying to learn things from the comment section or like a Twitter is kind of like the worst thing you can ever do. What you can really do is to do research yourself, right? You can actually figure out like, wait, you were not a teacher. I was a teacher before, yeah. What you can do is like, when you are curious about things, you can just like search it. You can just like do some research yourself and see how things really are. And you can actually find a lot of like different information, and then you can find out what it's like. And if you still don't know what it's like, you can probably just, visit the place and see what it's like.